can't be gender fluid because it is not a choice. It's biology. You are female and that's it. I'm not a hater. I actually feel sorry for you. I hope you find happiness in the real world. But maybe that's not possible. Maybe in the metaverse. Hi holograms, it's new. I recently posted a TikTok addressing the ways that people tend to nitpick gender identity versus gender expression versus the sex assigned at birth, based on misconceptions, uneducation, and wrongly conflating female with feminine and male with masculine. And the transphobes got to it. I'm not gonna lie, there was a little bitty spike of adrenaline at first because of previous trauma. But I'm not upset or hurt at all, so you don't need to defend me or anything like that. I am way past uneducated and unempathetic people holding me back from just being myself. But I wanted to respond to these comments in order to address these kinds of incorrect ideas about sex and gender, and to hopefully give my NB and trans friends and followers some vocabulary to work with. Ready, go! The baker commented, "No one cares." But people do care. This kind of "no one cares" comment is common when it comes to queer people just talking about their experiences or simply existing in this world. It's a form of gaslighting to try to minimize what it means and what it takes to come out. Because people do care. People care enough about trans and non-binary people existing in this world that 2021 was the deadliest year for us. Parents care enough about their kids being queer that they send them to conversion therapy to have them tortured into being cis and straight. My grandmother cares enough about my gender identity and chosen name that she refuses to talk to me or even accept my name. If you're watching this, hi Mima, I expected better of you. My aunt cares enough to call me slurs and say that I'm going to hell. So people do care actually. Including you, because you cared enough to comment. So thank you for the engagement. Furits_ says, "Our society is f***ed." I actually responded to this one in the comments. I said, I agree. Society needs to work on empathy and compassion big time, especially for those that need support the most. And Jonte Dorset jumped in to say, "I'm curious as to whether you think it is you that needs it the most." Nope. I actually have everything I need, except, there's some medical care that I need that I can't get because this is America. But you withholding empathy from me does not actually take away from the support and abundance that I already have. And also because there are definitely trans and non-binary people who are more in need of support than I am. I'm not out here pretending I have it worse than my trans feminine and trans masculine friends. I recognize that I have a lot of privilege in this area because, for the most part, I am straight and cis passing. So most of the time, people leave me alone, which is kind of funny, I think. But the thing is, needing empathy, mirroring, compassion, support, and acceptance is not a bad thing. It is not weak to need any of these things. We humans all need it, especially as children. When people don't get that, they end up like the commenters of my video. My recommendation is to work on reparenting yourself and give yourself what you didn't get as a kid. Within reason. I wish you healing. I wish you empathy. Sizable_lad had this to say. "You're gonna hit 40 and be childless, and the biological anxiety is gonna kick in knowing that your fertility is gone. You will be unhappy and incomplete. Grow up and face reality. Live as people have lived successfully for the last 100,000 years. Don't let all the hard work of your ancestors die with you." Oh my god, I have so much to say to this. Let me get my posture corrector. My fertility is fine, thank you. For now. Wait, did you think that I medically transitioned? Common misconception. Not all trans and non-binary people go on HRT or have surgeries. I socially transitioned, changed my name and gender marker, and it has been so freeing, my God. And that is really all I needed. I do plan on getting sterilized, but not because I'm trans. I'm disabled, I'm chronically ill. Pregnancy and childbirth? Are you kidding me? No thank you. I love kids, but I plan on being the rich and famous, eccentric, queer auntie-uncle to all my little nieces and nephews and non-gender specific children of my sister and all my friends. Oh, much better. But let's be honest, if I change my mind, I'll just adopt. It's not like it's the end of the world for me if I can't have my own babies. I'll just adopt. But back to the comment, let's address a few things here. Being female, 40, and childless is not like some dark, doomed fate, okay? Not having kids does not mean that someone will be unhappy and incomplete. Not everyone wants kids or needs kids to feel that. I am happy and complete as I am. There's more to life for females than just being a baby machine, okay? Oh my God, Baby Machine by Plasmic.
Not gonna be a baby machine.
Also, you say don't let all the hard work of your ancestors die with you? I come from a family line where abuse is normalized. I'm perfectly happy with letting my bloodline die with me, and my family has accepted that as well. So why do you think your caveman comment is gonna suddenly change my mind? Like I'm gonna go, oh my God,
my gender and
I need to have a baby.
Next! William says, you are a girl.
Dress however you want, but you are a girl mainly because you are actually a girl.
No, not really. I'm gender fluid. But here's what I don't get. If I were a woman, which I'm not, wouldn't I just identify that way? Wouldn't I be like, yeah, I'm a cis woman? If I were a cis woman, I wouldn't be trans, so this doesn't make any sense, William. Having been socialized and raised and still essentially being put into the box of a girl, I am girl and woman adjacent, so there are times when I do refer to myself as a girl, only to explain these kinds of shared experiences that I have with girls and women. But I have never felt like a woman. And the simple answer to that is because I'm not one. And trying to force myself for so long to just be one made me so miserable. I was uncomfortable all the time. I felt ugly. I wasn't myself. And now that I am just openly, visibly who I am, I suddenly feel so beautiful for the first time in my life. Isaac Stillman says, the way you speak is cancer. You're cute to think I give a shit that you don't like the way I talk. I was bullied my whole life for my strange voice and funny way of speaking. But now that I'm healed, I have nothing but love for me. Rest says, L plus ratio plus blocked plus you're white plus no one cares. Is this supposed to hurt my feelings? Like also, I'm mixed race. Xander Latz, WTF. I agree, Xander, WTF. AW says, what makes you male? All the same arguments for why you're not a girl seem to apply, with the exception of the fact that all your feelings, thoughts, and actions come from a female body. Oh my God. I never said I was male. I said that I butched it up in the past because people were nitpicking me about being feminine. This is where you all get confused. Gender expression does not equal gender identity, which was exactly the point of my other video. What, do you think that tomboys think that they're men? If they were men, they would be men. But a woman being masculine does not make her a man. I'm hyper feminine most of the time. I'm a drag princess. I love pink and sparkles. But these things don't make me a girl, because there are boys who like these things, and they're not girls. They are boys who like feminine things. They are feminine boys. I said I'm gender fluid and pretty feminine, and most of the time, I'm more like a boy in a wig. My sister is a tomboy. She likes sports. She's not really into makeup and skincare as much as I am. I hate sports, but I'm the gender variant one. Do you see? Mimi says,
When you don't have real problems, you create your own.
Hi Mimi! So I'm disabled and an abuse survivor. I use a handicap parking placard, a cane, a back brace, and I just had an appointment with a neurosurgeon the other day. I have PTSD and I don't talk to most of my family because of the continued abuse and gaslighting. If you think I don't have problems and I'm making them up, yikes. This kind of comment is indicative of an empathy shutoff. Like, oh, you don't have problems, shut off, right? But the point of my original video was not to say that I'm so oppressed and because people like nitpick my gender. It was to give other trans and non-binary people the vocabulary to talk about this, and so that they would feel seen and heard. In other words, it wasn't for you, Mimi. Josh Rogg. Okay, you do you, but you don't need to tell everyone about it. Literally, you can't be gender fluid because it is not a choice. It's biology. You are female and that's it. You can choose your sexuality, yeah, and that's fine. And you can imagine you're anything you want to be, just like I can imagine I'm a penguin, but it doesn't mean I am. You need to get in the real world, or you will get to an age where life has passed you by, and this will make you feel a lot worse than all the gender fluid imagery world you were living in. I'm not a hater, I actually feel sorry for you. I hope you find happiness in the real world, but maybe that's not possible, maybe in the metaverse. Nope, once again, gender and sex are not the same thing. So you saying that I can't be gender fluid because it's biology and not a choice actually makes no sense at all. Sex and gonads and secondary sexual characteristics, those are biology. And sex isn't even actually binary. There's more differences between female anatomy than there are between male and female anatomy. Like, do your homework. But gender and sexuality, sexual orientation, are not choices either. What people mean when they say things like sexuality and gender are a choice is that they're saying that we have made the choice to be ourselves in a world full of people like you, like this commenter, who would rather we repress ourselves to be what society wrongfully deems normal. Also, don't feel sorry for me, feel happy for me. I felt a lot worse when I didn't let myself be who I am, because of ignorant comments like this. I feel amazing and happy and proud now that I'm out and just me. I really hope you don't end up old and realizing that life has passed you by and you didn't get to be yourself. Please, for the love of joy and bliss, be your self. Alan Aragon, so dresses, tiaras, and makeup don't make you feminine, but mohawks and leather jackets make you masculine. Got it. Oh my god, you are so confused. Let me help. I said in my TikTok that being feminine does not make me a girl or a woman. Feminine does not equal woman. Again, for the millionth time, because we have tomboys. We have women who are not feminine. Are you saying that they're not women? Huh? I'm actually okay with being female. I like my body for the most part. I wish I didn't have a period because it's agonizing with my chronic illnesses. I do have gender dysphoria that comes and goes and that I have to manage. Sometimes I don't even want to leave the house because I'm like just not. But my female body, my female sex organs, and secondary sexual characteristics or whatever, they have no say in my identity or my expression of my identity, or just of me, like who I am as a person. My personality and my interests are not stored in my What I mean by this is that if I were born male, if I were assigned male at birth, I would still be feminine as This is just who I am. I like to be cute, okay? I'd still wear makeup and wigs and dresses. And sometimes I would still do my little soft mask thing like I do. The point is, I would still be me. Wow, that was wild, holograms. You know, it's so interesting because 10 years ago, I was having panic attacks and throwing up in the bathrooms at school because I was so scared of what my family and friends would think, do, or say if I just was myself about my gender. You know, back then, I wasn't sure if transition, like medical transition, was appropriate for me, but I felt like maybe I would have to do it. Now that I'm just me as me and like I've, gone through healing all that trauma and stuff, it is so nice. A lot of my family members are just still not into it, not accepting of me, but they can suck my big fat I don't care. I'm myself, and if you really can't get over it and you don't want to be in my life, you're missing out on someone who is awesome. Hey grandma, you have one cool grandchild and you are blowing it. Like, oh my god, my other grandma actually called me on my birthday, okay? She is 90 years old, she barely speaks English, and she dead named me like a million times, but after each time, she corrected herself and called me by my chosen name. Oh my god, I wanted to cry. I was like, oh my god, she's trying. This little Costa Rican grandma is trying so hard, even though she probably doesn't understand. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little journey with me. I hope it gave you some material to work with when dealing with these kind of people, and I hope that this also gave allies some education and insight. Alright, I leave you all with a gender euphoric good luck kiss. And may the spoons be with you. Bye! My femininity doesn't negate my transness. If I were assigned male at birth, I would still be just as feminine. That's the point. Rest says L plus